simple and fun games will be introduced to families in the community, inspiring them to create a family board game night of their own. So we provide many games, and the families in the community come and test different games, and they say, wow, this is one that everybody likes and is appropriate for every age. Let's try it at home. And so coming here to the extension or any events in the community that we go in different places, give the opportunity for the parents to come and, as a family, play games. And hopefully they are so in love with the games that they do that at home.
So when was the last time you and your family played a board game? If it's been a while, you should consider digging through the closet and finding some of your favorite games. Research shows that newer-style board games, such as Eurogames, which have no player elimination, a reasonable playing time, are highly interactive and attractive, can strengthen family relationships, and expose children to vital soft skills that enable success at home, at school, and at the workplace. On today's Sound Living, bonding through board games. Sound Living is a weekly public affairs program produced by Research and Extension at Kansas State University. I'm Jeff Wichman. K-State Research and Extension Family Life and Resource Management Agent for Sedgwick County, Liz Brunscheen-Cartagena, is very familiar with Eurogames and has written 2 publications on the benefits of board games. Liz, first off, how did this program originate and how did it get started?
Dr. Charles Smith, he is a retired K-State Research and Extension family specialist, and he created a family game night program implementation. So when I came to this job, I knew what he was talking about, and so I followed his blueprint, and then also I developed the program beyond that. And Dr. Chuck Smith uses in his program Eurogames, which I am very, very familiar with that type of games. My husband is German descendant, and the whole family, they love the Eurogames, and coming to this family, well, I'm included in that, and I have really enjoyed it. And that's why we play at home all the time.
So go into a little bit more detail. What exactly then are Eurogames?
Eurogames are games that fit the mold of the newer style board gamer that began coming out of Germany. And they have very awesome concepts that is very beneficial for the purpose of our program. That is, there's no player elimination. They have reasonable playing time. They're highly interactive and very attractive in their design and the graphics, and all the components of the games are very different like we see usually in the stores, the traditional games, because now you can see the Eurogames in the store as well.
So really what you like for this program then is that, first, I guess, the fact that there is no elimination.
And that is a key component for our program. No player elimination. We want the players together from the beginning until the end, because we shape each other and we model each other through our personalities, our thoughts, our decisions. And it really creates a fertile ground to exercise life skills, but with no real consequences. And so we have to have everybody together. We cannot kick out somebody from there because maybe that what he brings to all of us, it will be missed. So it has to be any game. If you don't have Eurogames, it's fine. But make sure that there's no player elimination, because that is the key component for what we want in our program, which is the bonding and the connection.
So the purpose of the event, then, what are you really trying to accomplish through your bonding with board games?
So simple and fun games will be introduced to families in the community, inspiring them to create a family board game night of their own. So we provide many games, and the families in the community come and test different games, and they say, wow, this is one that everybody likes and is appropriate for every age. Let's try it at home. And so coming here to the extension or any events in the community that we go in different places, give the opportunity for the parents to come and, as a family, play games. And hopefully they are so in love with the games that they do that at home. They bring it at home. Some of them that have said, yeah, we bought it because we love this game, or we had a birthday party, and that's what we gave to the kid that have the birthday because we want that family to have what we have for Christmas and different occasions. So this is something that, at least for the extension, we give that opportunity for the community to come and taste all those games and saying, yeah, we need to have this at home.
You've done a couple of publications on this, and one of those deals with looking at some traits of strong families.
Yeah, there is a research made in Nebraska Extension. Dufresne is the person that started this research, and he found 6 qualities that is exhibited across cultures worldwide in all family types. In his book, you're going to see these traits in different order, but when I see it on the board game dynamics, I put it in this order, and there are scaffolding. For example, spending time with each other or carving that time will create showing affection and appreciation. And just think about a relationship with a friend. When you spend time with that person, the affection starts growing naturally and the appreciation. And the appreciation will help you to have open communication and good listening. Sometimes when that person you love a lot tells you something that you don't like, you will be more accepting that suggestion because it comes from somebody that you know that cares for you. And then having that open and communication and good listening, the spiritual well-being, the values and the beliefs are easy to pass to our children. And the ability to cope in crisis is another one. But when we know that that person meant good to us and have been spending time with us and we appreciate each other, when problems come, we have being kind of trained on through the values and our beliefs, how to behave and how to face that crisis. And at the end, it's a strong commitment to each other. So that's what I have seen, how it works in the board game, those 6 traits that the research talks about.
You kind of talked about the scaffolding and all of these building off of each other, and I'm assuming that that also means that these are building over time. It's probably not going to happen just doing this once or something like that. But if you continually do this, then you really start to see some of these impacts?
Exactly. When you make that a tradition in your house, have that family night every Wednesday or every Thursday or every Saturday, that it is scheduled, that nothing else is going to be taking part of that time. And then I tell people, it's like when you go to the chiropractor. You have every 3 weeks, you go to the chiropractor, you don't put anything else in there because it's important, because it's going to make you feel better in your body. And it's the same as you know that importance, it will make your family stronger, so they don't make any other commitments. So it will be something that it is part of your living, having that family night, and that's how that could be accomplished when it is every month or whatever you schedule to do it. But it's a continuously practicing of having that time together in that way.
Is this something where you let someone maybe choose what game you're going to play that night, or do you play several different games? I'm kind of wondering, how does the night shape up?
You know, we recommend that when you have board games, you leave it that people can see them, you know, maybe the table, because when memories comes like, wow, we really like that game. Can we play this game? And that happened in my house when it's like, oh, Mom, I really like this game. Can we play next time? Oh, yeah, because it's visible. It's not like hidden. And the kids will tell you, oh, let's play again. Or, okay, that's enough. We don't want, we want to do something else. So it is something that is spontaneous, and that's what we want. And when we start, if you haven't played board games before, you start with something that is short in one time. And then the next time you keep adding more time. But you have to feed from the reactions of your family members. You don't want to be forced of something that maybe you won't enjoy it. Although sometimes, with my daughter, when she was a teenager, she said, I don't want to play board games. We say, well, this is our time that we decide as a family for this moment. And she, at the end, she was just laughing. And so it's the face of being a teenager, But then she will tell us, Mom, can I bring my friends from school to play board games? And we were like, whoa, yes. And I will tell her, I will cook Puerto Rican food. And they were like, oh, yes, we really want to go and play board games. But you will be surprised because the kids are like more in the electronics. But once you put something else, like let's do this as a family, they discover that they really love that time of playing board games that they didn't realize that before.
The other publication deals with developing soft skills. How does that come into play?
So we know that while academic skills are often focus of the school years, studies have found that soft skills or the interpersonal skills are actually far more predictive of outcomes into adulthood. But at the same time, as the workplace has modernized around the world, a soft skill gap is noted by many employers who report that the job candidates lack of the soft skills needed to fill available positions. They say they are very good at being an engineer, but they don't belong. They don't want to belong. They don't connect with people. They want their own way. And those are soft skills that we need. So there is a study that came out with 5 critical skills that will increase the odds of success across all outcomes and which employers expect employers to have. The first one is the social skills, and we know that. You have to know how to deal with people, to get along, to be patient with people that maybe they're not agreeable, and the communication skills, the executive function or the higher order of thinking, which is like, problem solving, critical thinking, or decision making, but have to be supported by the interpersonal skill of self-control and positive self-concept. So in other words, you have the foundation of all of this is the self-control. And the positive self-concept is your self-esteem, that you believe on the potential that you have, that your mental health is solid. You know that to have friends, you have to behave in a certain way. And not just to have it, it's just to maintain that friendship. And when you have that, kind of like you're focused, you are relaxed in the environment that you have, you will be able to think out of the box. You're going to have problem-solving skills that are very strong, the decision-making. You're going to juggle many things at once, which is in the game. You can see that in the board games. For sure, you're going to apply that when you are in the workplace. You're going to juggle so many things. Sometimes you have an email, you have a call, you have things to do, and you can handle it. But it's being trained in playing board games, and that is, you can see it very clearly in both situations.
You have seen this work in your own family, and you would like to see this work in other people's families.
Yes, definitely. I have a son with Down syndrome, and he has been playing from very young age. All my kids, sometimes they just to throw the die or to give me a card. But my son with Down syndrome has academically been very beneficial. And when I go to the parent-teacher conference, the teacher says, wow, I am impressed how he does different things in math and stuff like that, or waiting for his turn, or the speech, because he had to work in his speech. It's your turn, it's my turn. So this is good in many ways for children. With disability or not, everybody will benefit from playing board games as a tradition, and he loves it. And I want every family to know about this resource to help improve and strengthen their relationship. And I gave the name of this program with all the intention of what board games can help you achieve as a family. That bond will make you strong and will equip your children to succeed at home, and I believe everything starts at home. To succeed at home and then at school and eventually to the workplace. And I also want for teachers to know about this resource, to apply it at school with the students so they can become equipped with skills that will make them well-rounded as students and in the future as an employee. And I was at a conference a week ago where teachers believed in the benefits of the board games in the classroom, but they didn't have a lesson to back up what they believe. And they were so happy to know that K-State Research and Extension has a resource that they can use in the classroom that is evidence-based and come from a reliable organization. So it was very gratifying for me to know that I'm helping now students in schools and the teachers to bring this resource to the students.
That's K-State Research and Extension Family Life and Resource Management Agent for Sedgwick County, Liz Brunscheen-Cartagena. To learn more about bonding through board games, contact your local county or district extension office. The 2 fact sheets, MF 3401 and MF 3489, are available online at bookstore.ksre.ksu.edu. Sound Living is a weekly public affairs program produced by Research and Extension at Kansas State University. I'm Jeff Wichman, and this is the K-State Radio Network.